Good morning students. Welcome to the class. In the previous class we have completed the database user and data dictionary. Okay. In today's class we have discussed about the database language and advantages and disadvantages of Dbms. These two things are discussed in today's class. Okay. So let us discuss in detail database language. A Dbms has appropriate languages and interfaces to express database queries and updates. Okay. Database languages can be used to read, store and update the data in the database. Okay. So this is the concept of about database language. Okay. Next is the types of database language. Database language can be divided into 4 types. One is your DDL, second one is your DCL, third one is your DML and the last one is your TCL. Okay. So these 4 types of Dbms language are there. Let us discuss one by one. First is our DDL. DDL stands for Data Definition Language. Okay. It is used to define database structure or pattern. Okay. It is used to create schema, tables, index, constraints, etc. in the database. Using the DDL statement or data definition language statement, you can create the skeleton of the database. Data definition language is used to store the information of metadata like the number of tables and schemas, their names, index, columns in each table, constraints, etc. That means using the data definition language we can create all these things. Okay. Here are some tags to come under this DDL statements. First one is your create command. Create is used to create command is used to create objects in the database. Second one is your alter command. Alter command is used to alter the structure of the database. Next is your drop command. Drop is used to delete objects from the database. Okay. And next is your truncate command. Truncate is used to remove all records from a table. Okay. Next is your rename. Rename command is used to rename an object. Comment. Comment command is used to comment on the data dictionary. Okay. These commands are used to update the database schema. That is why they come under data definition language. Okay. That means these commands are under the data definition language. Next is your data manipulation language or DML. Okay. DML stands for data manipulation language. It is used for accessing and manipulating data in a database. It handles user requests also. Okay. Some operations are there come under the DML statements: select, insert, update, delete, merge, call, explain plan, log table, etc. Okay. So these are the operations or these are the commands are come under the DML statements or come under the DML language, data manipulation language. Let us discuss one by one. First is select. Select is used to retrieve data from a database. Next is insert. Insert is used to insert data into a table. Next one is update command. Update is used to update existing data within a table. And next is delete command. Delete is used to delete all the records from a table. Okay. Next is merge. Merge command is used to performs offset operation or insert or update operation. When you combine insert or update operation, we also know we can say that offset operation. Okay, that means insert and update operations. That means here in the merge command, insert and update both operations are performed combinedly. Next one is our call. It is used to call a structured query language or a Java subprogram. Explain plan. It has the parameter of explaining data. Last one is our log table. Log table command is used to control the concurrency in the database. Okay. So these are the different types of different commands are come under the data manipulation language. Next is our DCL, data control language. DCL is used to retrieve the stored or saved data. Okay. The DCL execution is transactional. It also has rollback parameter. Okay. But in Oracle database, the execution of data control language does not have the feature of rolling back. Okay. So here are some tasks that come under the DCL. One is your grant, another one is your revoke. Grant command is used to give user access privileges to a database. Revoke command is used to take back permission from the user. That means grant command gives the permission, revoke command takes back the permission from the user. Okay. Next one is our, and also another operations are also here using authorization of revoke. That means connect, insert, usage, execute, delete, update and select. These are the following operations which have the authorization of revoke. Okay. Next is your transaction control language. That means TCL. TCL stands for transaction control language. TCL is used to run the changes made by the DML statements. Okay. TCL can be grouped into a logical transaction. In TCL command, some operations are there. One is your commit and another one is your rollback. Commit command is used to save the transaction on the database, and rollback command is used to restore the database to original since the last commit. Okay, लास्ट कमिट जो भी है उससे पहले जो है उसको रोल बैक वो कर सकता है. ओके, तो these are the different concept of database language. Next we discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of DBMS. First we discuss about advantages of DBMS. First point is controls data redundancy. Data redundancy is a important points in the DBMS. Okay, all of you clearly understand this and also learn these things. This terms always comes under in your questions. Okay, short questions. So controls, first is your controls data redundancy. That means it can control data redundancy because it stores all the data in one single database file, and that recorded data in place is placed in the database. Okay. Next is your data sharing. That means it can, in the data redundancy points here, that means it can control the duplicacy. Okay, duplicate data. Next one is your data sharing. In DBMS, the authorized users of an organization can share the data among multiple users. This is known as data sharing. Next one is your easily maintenance. It can be easily maintainable due to the centralized nature of the database system. Okay. Next one is your reduce time. it reduces development time and maintenance need. Next is your backup. It provides backup and recovery subsystem which create automatic backup of data from hardware and software failures and restores the data if required. Last one is your multiple user interface. It provides different types of user interfaces like graphical user interface and application program interface. Okay, so these are the points of advantages of Dbms. Next we discuss about the disadvantages of Dbms. First one is cost of hardware and software. That means it requires high speed of data processor and large memory size to run the Dbms software. Okay. Next one is your size. It occupies a large space of disk and large memory to run them efficiently. Okay. Next is complexity. Database system creates additional complexity and requirements. Last one is your higher impact of failure. That means failure is highly impacted the database because in most of the organization all the data stored in a single database, and if the database is damaged due to electric failure or database corruption, then the data may be lost forever. So these are the demerits or disadvantages of Dbms. Okay. Next we discuss about the difference between Dbms versus file system. So how Dbms can different from the file system. Okay. So first is in Dbms is a collection of data. Okay. In Dbms, the user is not required to write the procedure, but in file system is a collection of data. File system is also a collection of data, but in this system, the user has to write the procedure for managing the database. Okay. Second points. Dbms gives an abstract view of data that hides the details, but in file system it provides the detail of the data representation and storage of data. Okay. Next point. Dbms provides a crash recovery mechanism, that is, Dbms protects the user from the system failure, but in file system it does not have a crash mechanism. That is, if the system crashes while entering some data, then the content of the file will lost. Okay. Next point is Dbms provides a good protection mechanism, but in file system it is very difficult to protect the file under the file system. Okay. Next is in Dbms it contains a wide variety of sophisticated techniques to store and retrieve data, but in file system it can't efficiently store and retrieve the data. Okay. Last one. Dbms takes care of concurrent access of data using some form of locking, but in the file system concurrent access has many problems like redirecting the file while other deleting some information or updating some information. Okay. So these are the difference between Dbms versus file system. Okay. So that's all in this class. The unit 1 will be completed. Okay. In the next class we have start unit 2. Okay. Thank you.